a spate of such cases, but whenever the police is being contacted, they either take ages to register a complaint or refuse to register a complaint giving a variety of excuses. Why is that the case?
No, if you look there is a problem of this one hand the societal problems, and the society is also suffering with the patriarchal understanding, and this is always linked with the pride of families, and the whole burden of the pride of families on the especially the girl child. And second important thing, you look the attitudes of the police. Attitudes of the police is patriarchal against the marginalized community, and also against the common citizen of this country, because this police is the colonial legacies of the 1860. And but the most important thing, if you look in this type of cases, actually the rape is a heinous crime, and according to the Indian state laws, it is a crime against state. So this always the police station want to hide the cases of the rape cases. So if there is a dacoity, they will put into the small stolen things and thieves and like that. And if there is a case of rape, they will put okay, there is something assaulted, not sexually, they are trying to sexually assault these girls. If there is a lot of pressures by the National Human Rights Commission, by the state government, by the media, by the civil society. So if you look, the biggest problem is the attitudes. They are talking about the resources, but they have the resources, because this is the heinous crime. Police is giving a lot of importance to the small crimes and petty crimes, and rape is the real heinous crime. Police need the resources for this counselor, psychologists, to support psychologically to the survivors of the rape and all. So this is the biggest problem of the attitudes of the society and the attitudes of the police professional, and as well as the state, because it is very sensitive issues. So always civil society, how state is not saving the girls from the rapists. So due to that also the state have the unwritten law, please don't register the case, don't highlight this type of case.
Plus, on top of that, there is no way, once a case has been registered, there is no way of protecting either the victim or a witness in a crime, in which case, in these cases, the victim is the witness. Yeah. There is no way by which the government supports or protects that vulnerable entity.
If you look that there is no law for the protection of the witness and the victims of any case, tortures and caste atrocities against minorities, against women, and including the rape victims. If you look, the most important thing, if you are going into the jurisprudence to prove the case of rape, we need to immediately protect the cloths and everything that time. And there is a big fight, 72 hours, 40 hours, 50 hours in the every case. If the parents are agreed, if the guardians are agreed to file the case against perpetrators, and this 72 hours is the sufficient time to demolish the real witness from the medical science, from the medical jurisprudence. So if you look at this type of the no law for the protection of the witness and the victims, and create the impunity in this type of cases. And the second thing, because society is very much against to highlight the case of the women and especially the girl childs. So what they did, there is a lot of sanctions, economic sanctions against this type of poor families. So, and in this way, we need to create a comprehensive support systems for the families and the survivors of the rape victims.
When you say economic sanctions, you mean that upper caste families impose
that? In upper caste families, mostly upper caste always have the sanction against the lower caste people. But nowadays, new trends, richer Dalit people also have the sanction against the poor Dalit people. So they learn this whole theory, And I was surprised for many years, but when I read the Pedagogy of Oppress by the Paulo Ferro, then understand the exploited community also learns the norms and the values from the exploiter community. So the whole patriarchal values and how to create the culture of silence, all this rich people and the upper caste people using very effectively in this part of India.
And the state is a part of that
Yeah,
culture.
state is always, you look that in this type of cases, state and upper caste people, influential peoples, politicians, bureaucrats, many NGOs, media also, many extent. Here is local media also have the alliance to suppress this type of cases and maintain the culture of silence in the cases of the rape crime.
Can I ask what can be done to protect children in this area from abuse?
What measures can be
What
taken?
can you recommend?
Yeah, 2-3 things are very important. One important thing, if the first to create like a juvenile police, they involve to the feminist NGOs into that. This is most important thing through the law. If this type of cases is coming, it is not going to the police. First going to this type of feminist NGOs, not the traditional NGOs. And this feminist NGOs have the rights to work with medical department and the police and this administration. And immediately these NGOs bring the evidences. They are trained how to collect the evidences, protect the evidences and bring for the medical support as well as for the medico-legal reports. That was very important fight against this type of crime. And the second important thing, and if this type of NGOs inform to the police, immediately they file the complaint. And in this type of cases, they will start the online complaint system. And NGOs have the internet and everything, they will file the case through the online. And after the FIR, in the investigation, we need joint committee of the police officials as well as supported by some psychologists and supported by the female member of the NGOs and trained and accredited. This is most important, not the puppets of the states and the upper class and upper caste people. So in this way, if you look at immediate medical support, immediate psychological supports, immediately FIR, and after that, these NGOs prepare the SWOT analysis. What is the strength of this case? Where is the opportunity? Where is the threats? Where is the weakness? And they will give the plan on the weakness and threat. There is any financial sanctions, any attacks, any security measures like that, different angle. Then if we will create this type of 2, 3, 4 cases successfully, that creates a lot of respect for the rule of law. And the second important thing, to create the preventive measure also. A lot of, that was developed by many NGOs in this country. Government will involve and to create awareness program amongst the all schools and among the all orphanages, and they will create the committee with the representations of the parents. If there is a schools, there is a SMC already, a school management committee under the RTE. So SMC will empowered for the looking the cases of any sexual violence against the children, like a Bisakha guideline by the Supreme Court of India. And also in the orphanages, they will create this type of committee with the participation of the children, because we need the participation of children. And there they will put the boxes. Already many NGOs develop this models boxes, and this boxes is locked by 2 and 3 locks. There is some NGOs and parents and like that, and then children will put something like their complaint there, and then every week they will look and observe. So this is the only way to fight back against child sexual abuse.